Continuing my European tour of mechanics, I am in a very special town. That's a bit of a problem. I don't know what to do about that. Poor Kenny. It's exciting because I've got a friend to play with. In this video, I take up a special invitation from a cool friend that sets me off across an epic road trip across 6 countries so we can do something really cool together. But of course, it doesn't all go so well. Just around the corner from the Mugello motorbike racing circuit is a very cool town. I am in a very special town in the Florence area called Scaperia. Notice I'm using my hands now. Scaperia is very famous for hundreds and hundreds of years for making knives. I quite like a good knife. I think I'm going to buy one. Can you hear that? Here's drums. I'm being diverted. I want to go find out what that is. The Italians do love their soccer. Football.
One of the oldest shops is Scaperia.
Yeah.
My family started in 1891.
Really?
We got the 4th generation.
Wow. Scaperia has been famous for its horn-handled knives since the 1300s.
This picture.
Beautiful.
It was made in 1891.
Wow.
When my family started in the same place.
Oh, fantastic. Forged blades, pressed blades?
This is forged blade.
Yes, okay.
It's totally made by hand.
Yep. Do you have a small chef's knife?
The forge all in this line.
Right.
Not 16 centimeters blade.
Oh, 16. Yeah. I'm trying not to sound too much like a lunatic in the knife shop. Yeah. But I like the bone. The bone is tradition. Not bone, horn.
Yep. Horn.
Yes,
Horn. Yeah.
sorry. The shape of the ox horn dictates the final custom-made blade. No.
For bread?
No.
For ham. Just this. Or for steak.
I think that one.
Take this.
That one. I'm very excited. This building? Yeah. Oh, of course, it's the same door.
Yeah. Same door?
Ah, even better.
The same building.
That's fantastic. Same shop since 1891. I'm very excited about that. So here's a bit of a problem. I am out of gas. All over Europe, I've got a connector on the outside of my van and I can just attach the pump and fill it up, and they have pumps. I have the right connections, but apparently it's illegal to fill it for leisure activities as opposed to operating a vehicle, as in running the vehicle. So I'm halfway through Italy and I have no heat or cooking. That's a bit of a problem. I don't know what to do about that. Ah, the Tuscan countryside. With the lack of gas, which means lack of heat, lack of having a shower and lack of cooking, and this fog, I have chickened out and I have booked an apartment. €35 for this for a night. Kitchenette, kitchen, 2 bedrooms, and hot showers. So I think a nice warm night in a hotel, a nice hot shower until I can work out the gas situation, and then work it out tomorrow. So I'm heading down into the fog to see if I can get some dinner. I may have left it too late, but we'll give it a crack, see what happens. I'm the only person in the restaurant. It is a home-cooked meal. I've asked them to give me whatever they think is good. I've never liked tiramisu before. It's really good. The next day I doubled back to Barbarino, where I was told I would definitely be able to get gas at a particular petrol station, but it was closed. Luckily though, I found somewhere right around the corner that filled me up, thank goodness! Barbarino was a really cute little town where I got to do an emergency dentist visit, and I also decided that I should book Kenny in for a service to try and head off some problems in the future. You can buy a carton of 2 eggs. Fun story, a little while ago I had swapped the spare tyre onto the vehicle because I realised one of the tyres was bald. Turns out that was the original from 1996. That turned into 4 brand new tyres and a rumour about an alternator potentially being a problem. Spoiler alert for later. Poor Kenny. So with brand new tyres on Kenny and the brakes fixed again, I'm now feeling much more confident about driving through these windy, mountainous, beautiful northern Italian roads. I cross the border from Italy into Slovenia and I stay in this amazing remote park-up, totally on my own, but free with electricity and amazing views, which turned out to be very lucky I left when I did. Then I cross into Croatia, which throws up a whole bunch of different surprises. Firstly, glorious, beautiful, sunny views of the Adriatic, and then... It's cold out there. Literally 20 minutes ago, it was blue skies and ocean, and now it's pine trees and snow. Remember that rumour the mechanic mentioned about my alternator? There's a problem. I've just realised that there's a little glowing battery light on the dashboard. It's just glowing really lightly, and I only noticed it because I was going through a bunch of tunnels going from Slovenia to Croatia, and I went, I'm going to go get that checked. So I've come to a mechanic, Fiat, and I've arrived, and it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they've gone, we close in an hour, and it's Friday. But they've ordered me the part. I need a new alternator. They can't fix it till Monday, but I'm safe. I'm in a car park. Apparently there is a supermarket down the road, so I'll be able to get some food. And there's an IKEA down there, so I guess I can always move in there if I need to. I'll get out of the way. At least I'd driven past the snow. So, well, I didn't have to get towed. So I'm doing better than them. But... welcome to Croatia. This is not exactly the beautiful Croatia I was expecting, but could be a lot worse. I could be stranded. If I'd parked where I was last night, I'm in the middle of nowhere with nobody around. So like, this is actually good that I've noticed it. It's good that I've made it safer to a mechanic. They'll fit me in on Monday if they get the part. So, you know, it's all as good as it can be. So I tried to make some tigella, which I learnt about in Bologna. I think there's too much dough in there, but they certainly look pretty. They feel pretty solid. Continuing my European tour of mechanics, Kenny needs a new alternator. There are some advantages to going to the mechanic. I've got a new friend. This is Rocco. He got hurt in a car that was at the mechanic's shop, and now they own him. What happens if I stop patting? Watch. What? Oh, you got bad breath, kiddo. I've been stuck in this field for 2 nights. I arrived at 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, just before they shut, and so they ordered the parts for me. Said they hoped they'd be able to get them in time, and I've been parked over here for the last couple of days. Croatia's beautiful. So when I finally got out of the mechanics, I decided I'd better go and have a look at Split, because I've heard it really is beautiful in Croatia, and yes, it is. But I should stop in Split. I'm glad I did. I just crossed the border into Bosnia Herzegovina. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Bosnia Herzegovina. Bosnia Herzegovina. How embarrassing. I've just come to the border crossing and I've pulled up and gone, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise I was at the border crossing. I'll just have to grab my passport. And I came back and I said, so what border am I at? And she went, Croatia. It's like, okay, I'm coming out of Croatia. I realised that. So she stamped me. I kept going to the next one. I went up to the next guy and went, hey, where am I? He said, Bosnia Herzegovina. And it's like, oh, awesome. I didn't know I was near the border and I didn't know what country I was crossing into. How embarrassing. The countryside is just gorgeous. Have a look at the colour of the water there. Diesel just went from $1.60 a litre to $2.52, Euro 52. Oh, hello. I'll fill up the petrol for you here. I love hitting these roads just as the sun's going down. Semi-trailer's just come opposite me a second ago. Fog on the mountain range again. I'm now at the border crossing for Montenegro. I've just arrived in Montenegro. I've crossed the border. I'm in the dark. I've driven the hills in the fog, in the dark. I don't really know where I am right now. And I was looking for a camping spot, which I've driven to, and it's by a lake, and it's probably fabulous, except that I'm not confident about the road going into it. So I've actually driven back up to this restaurant that I passed on the way in, and I've asked if they will feed me. So they are feeding me. And then I'm probably going to ask very nicely if I can just stay in the car park overnight. But this looks delicious. The road to the right there is the road I was worried about last night driving up in the dark, so you can see why I had a problem with that. But this is the view from the campsite. Slano Lake, Montenegro. Now I'm heading to the Albanian border. To Albania. This guy's just stopped dead. Can I go past? Yeah. Ah, you got coffee. Good thinking. I'm in Albania. I've made it to Albania. They don't stamp my passport coming into Albania, although they've stamped it leaving Montenegro. So I'll have to work out my Schengen stuff. 5 minutes in and I can already see this country is going to have big gaps between rich and poor. I'm warned about the speed humps. They're everywhere. Oh my god, I love it here already. There's been cows on the road. I've just seen a fish tank in the middle of just a bit on the side of the road that someone's obviously selling fresh fish out of. Cars going everywhere. There's been people in buggies and like little motorbikes attached to carriages with 6 kids in it, just fanging down the motorway. There's a woman with a donkey. This is great. I love this. I already love this. Is that rainbow got a right angle? There are dogs everywhere. I've made it to Albania and I'm now on my way to visit my friend Sue from Sue and Nigel Adventures. We're going to hang out together, make some videos together and have some fun together, I expect. There we go, Albania! I was looking very confused and a guy on the street just went, yeah, go down there. That'll be Pos. I see Pos. So we've both done the same thing. Hello! Look at us both pulling our phones out. Mwah. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Today's exciting because I've got a friend to play with. This is Sue. Sue from Nigel and Sue Adventures. Nigel and Sue Adventures is a fabulous YouTube channel that you should definitely check out. I'll put a link below. And while Nigel is away working, Sue and I are going to go on a 2 girls, 2 vans road trip around Albania, going and checking out Albania. Albania is absolutely beautiful. The new Croatia, I've heard. So we're going to go check it out. Hit that subscribe button to come along for the adventures.